Come on, bitch.
Ah, there it is.
Is this on?
Well, let's go. Alright people, listen up here. There's less than 2 weeks left for you to win Ken Block's very own Ford Focus ST. Yes, it's real. This is not CGI. We're not that techie. Entering is simple. For every dollar you spend at Hoonigan.com, get you 1 entry into this giveaway. You have to do nothing else. Don't miss out on your opportunity to own one of Ken Block's very own cars. You win a car, we lose a car, and you know what that means? Room for more cars. So head on over Hoonigan.com because there's only 2 weeks left.
Alrighty, we'll try to get some more work done today. 2 things. Axles and a little shifter cover. The shifter doesn't fit anymore because we have a different shifter. And it's triangular now rather than round, so it kind of hits. I'm gonna make one out of aluminum, but more importantly, I'm gonna do this. Axles. I'm gonna start today with the axles. Because the car has a Ford 8.8 rear, you're gonna need custom axles. So you're gonna have to take 2 sets and make 1. These shafts are custom made. On one end, it accepts the CV joint from a standard FD. On the other end, it takes the cups that go into the diff from a Ford Explorer. I got these out of a junkyard, and these are off the original car. And like I said, these are custom. So now I gotta join this to that. It's going to be very, very, very messy. So brake cleaner handy, gloves, and shop towels ready to go. My first order of business is to disassemble this stuff. Gloves. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm not a very safety and protective gear type of guy, but gloves are important because this shit is really gross. We'll cut these straps out. There's an actual plier that cuts these. I don't have them, so I'm gonna use wire cutters. Let's just peel this back. There it is. That's that one. Under all this crap, there's a clip. Show you. There's a clip right here. You spread that clip and it pulls out of the spline. See what I mean? Nasty. See the clip? It almost shot me in the face. And it should just slide out. Of course it doesn't. It normally slides out. One more. Look how nice and rust-proof your tools are now. Nasty. Nice. All right, I got both of them out. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Clean them up a little bit and take some of this old grease off. Put some fresh grease in it. It's gonna take me another hour to clean my damn tools. Look at this shit. It's fucking gross. The tripods are off. I cleaned them. I didn't spray them with brake cleaner or anything like that because you see those little bearings in there? They're supposed to have grease in them, so you don't have to clean them off very well. I try not to spray brake cleaner or anything on them because the grease in there doesn't harm it. It's actually good for it. So now, gotta put this under here. And these were those little C-clips I popped off from before. I'll show you how to put them on in a minute. Super easy. First, you gotta get the boots on. Because if you don't do this, you're not gonna be able to do it later because that's all in the way. I just usually slide it way out the way, like so. And then this, just because it's splined, goes right into here. And there you go. See the groove? Right there? That's where the clip goes. I usually just take a little screwdriver and run it. Just point it away from your face. See? Point that away from your face, because it could end up in your eye. There, that's it. It's done. All right, next up are these things. These are the cups. Again, I didn't really clean all the grease off there because you're gonna put grease in it anyway, but you should spray these with some brake cleaner right here because that's where the new boot sits. And the cleaner you can get that, the better it seals. I just ran a wire brush on the grinder, on my little bench grinder there, just to clean up some of the surface rust. I'll show you how simple this is. Tripod, cup. Wow, see that? Easy. And then that little package of stuff, that's grease. I screwed up. Put some grease in first. It's like green turd. Work it in there. As soon as you drive, it's gonna all work its way in anyway. Done! It's time to put some of these clamps on. I did these a while ago. I'll show you how to do it. You need a tool though. This is not the right tool, but it works. I used it before. I really don't know what this is for. If anybody knows, it'd be awesome, but it works. It works awesome for these clamps. I'll show you. All right, so this is how it goes. You take that, take this, and then you squeeze. You see how it pinches? Tight. One more time. Both axles are done, clamps are on, everything looks good. Now it's time for installing. It was a pain in the ass to get this car in the garage. Because that brakes were rubbing, you see that? Watch this. See the wheel move? That's because there's no axle in it. And the bearing is just kind of running free. So with the axle in it, that should stop it. I just hope I didn't screw up the wheel bearing doing that, because it's been a while and I moved it back and forth a bunch. We'll see. Come on, bitch. In case anyone's wondering what an 8.8 rear looks like in an RX-7, there it is. It's out of a Ford Explorer, and I went ahead and put a LSD in it. You just saw me struggle with the lower control arm. Let me explain why. It's kind of a cool, not so cool thing with the FDs. FDs has a factory spherical bearing, major suspension component, see? See that? It's actual spherical bearing. And the other parts use rubber bushings. What they do is, the reason why I was struggling to put it back on, because you see these pins here? This one? Well, not pins, they're bushings. You see that bushing right there? When you go to squeeze, and you put the nut on it, and you squeeze and you tighten it down, you actually squeeze this bushing this way, closing the gap between the arm and this. It's good, because it makes it a pretty precise fit. Problem is when you go to put it back, you kind of have to tap on that bushing here to come back out, or else it's near impossible to get back in. Kind of the same thing on alternators. So, I'll show you a little trick that I use. I take the same bolt. Sometimes you could just hit it with a hammer, but this time it didn't work. Stick it halfway through, run the nut in it like this, and just push it forward. And then I hit the bolt right there. I hit the head, bang. Sending the nut into the spacer, making the spacer come out. Now it should all fit right back in. So the other little project I got going is this. This is the cover for the shifter. We have an aftermarket shifter, which is a triangle, and the other one was a circle, so this doesn't fit at all. So I'm going to cut a new piece out of some scrap aluminum. First, cardboard template, then transfer it to aluminum. I got my table saw set up outside. I'm going to start cutting this thing. check, make sure your holes are good before you start making any shapes. Remember, let's check our hole. Let's go cut some aluminum. Because this is such an odd shape, I'm gonna cut it out of wood first, and then I'm gonna trace the whole thing, because this is also very flimsy. It's easier to cut wood, so I'm gonna cut the wood first, trace it, make sure it's perfect, and then I'm gonna transfer everything from the wood to the aluminum. Fixed. I welded the corner. You could kind of still see it, but then just reshaped it. Let's go check it out. Let's see if it fits. Perfect. I like it. I'm gonna put some heat shield on it and then bolt it down and put the center console in. Then it's over. Not a bad day. And here is a lineup, the progression of the piece. Original, really rough cardboard. Cut it out of wood, made the exact template of the cutout we needed, and that's the finished piece. Pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna cut some strips of the heat shielding just to tape it over the shifter, just to seal the tiny little cracks in it. Finished. Plate is in. I put a little tape in there just to cover all the little gaps so the fumes don't come in. So, axle's done. Shifter done. So the last two things I gotta do are measure up the drive shaft. I'm gonna do that before I get out of here. And then the exhaust. It's gonna probably be tomorrow. After that, I think it's pretty much done. I need to put a little cleanup on the tune. I figured out the misfire. It was a bad injector, so I got another fresh set of brand new injectors. They're in there and the car runs, and I mean, it's still a little rich, but it runs on all 8 now. So a little bit more to go, and then I should be done with this thing. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Why does the damn camera keep turning off? Is it off? Oh no, shit's on. Sorry. That's from f***ing head cam. Sorry, Jolly, you're gonna have to sit through this shit because my hands are dirty. I'm not turning off the camera. Just speed through it.